anti-vax. So, like, I would never say this if she weren't a bad person. But she is, prior to the anti-vax, which really did wonders for her career, somehow, she was mostly famous for being an attractive lady who wore a bikini on MTV. Which, really, you gotta ask a couple of questions. Like, one of which is, why was she being asked her opinions on, like, infectious disease in the first place? That's a worthwhile question. And the answer is, like, American media is a circus. So is Canadian media, for the record. But yeah, now she's famous because she's, like, a scientist. According to her. We made some progress, though. I imagine most of her thoughts came unprompted. Nah, dude, she was, like, invited on Oprah to talk about it. It was, like, a big deal. Sounds like Oprah's fault? Oprah is not blameless in this situation. I would agree with that. No, you know what? You're right. She did not wear a bikini on Oprah that day, which really begs the question. What question does it beg? Why does she think she can't have strong opinions while she wears a bikini? Seems a little problematic to me, but what do I know? Oprah also gave us Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz and Deepak Chopra. Okay, oh, fuck. I got like 10 things to talk about there, okay? First off, Deepak's kind of okay, right? Like, I'm not saying he's a good guy, but I thought he wasn't a doctor. He was just kind of like one of those guys that's like, you know, think positively and life will get better. Kind of like just a harmless liar. He's not like a medical doctor who's like, if you eat cayenne pepper, you're gonna cure your diabetes, right? I thought he was like a self-help dude. Or is he a fake doctor? Anyway, disregarding that, my mom was watching an episode of Dr. Phil when she was here, and I was like stunned. I was asking her questions about it. It was like a true crime, like serial style documentary where Dr. Phil was investigating like a cold case murder. I was like, what happened to Dr. Phil no longer is like, you know, marriage counseling and like addiction counseling on the show. He was like, he flew to Nebraska to like try to look for a murder victim's body. I was like, what the, you're not law enforcement. What are you doing? Anyway, that's all I got. As you can tell, I got strong opinions. Okay, come on. Did I just get like reposted? Is this Reddit? Because I just got reposted. Please. Please. Oh my god. Please. Get new material? You're flat? I gotta stop playing Souls games without just rolling a strength sword and shield build. Like, I guess my problem is I'm like, you know, it's Demon Souls. I'm playing Dark Souls 2. Let's do two-handed fists. Oh no! And then it's like, oh, it's Demon Souls. I'm sick of strength. Let's do a dex weapon. People are like, why are you doing so little damage? And I'm like, because I'm level in dex. Some level in dex. Anyway. Then people were like, you gotta level up. And then you're like, okay, how do I level up? Oh, you need souls. Oh, I don't have any souls. Oh, well, you gotta farm for 20 minutes. Then you can get the souls. It's no saline. Again, this is knowledge. It's made of 2 different juices. We could upgrade the Uchi Katana 1 more level.
Do come back alive.
Do come back alive. Yo, that's Gustavo Fring.
I can forge weapons for you.
That's Gustavo Fring, dude. Okay. 2-1. Filthy man. We gotta speak to the filthy man. Salaminkus. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Jenny McCarthy. Don't really like her. Kind of like the only way she could really like get over that, and she, you know, she's doing fine for herself, you know, in a material sense. But the only way she could get me back is if she was like, "Yeah, I was wrong." But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I don't like her. Never met her personally. She might be very nice, but I think you could like be polite and then also do like an incredible amount of damage to like society. Really, like my first memory of. I wonder if we could buy 8 more of those. I bet we could. My first memory of really like. And I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, but it's like all my life up to like age 14 or 15, I was like, people want to be smart. And people listen to knowledge, and I felt like it was copacetic. And then, you know, Jenny McCarthy got on Oprah, and started to talk about how like vaccines don't actually work, and I was like, well, you know, that's just like a little blip on the radar. Surely that's not going to take off. People aren't going to start, you know, refusing to believe in vaccines as a result of the lady who used to host like Party Wild on MTV, right? And then, you know, here we are in 2020, and people are like, yeah, I don't really like believe in all that global warming stuff. I just think it's kind of like, it's too ego-driven to believe that we as mankind could have an effect on the climate. And I'm like, oh, so that was actually like the start of like the downfall of modern society, huh? That whole Jenny McCarthy stuff. At least that's where I put the pinpoint on, but maybe other people might see it differently. Anyway. By the way, like if it turns out that global warming is fake, this is not where I want to go. No one's gonna be more excited than me, dude. I'm gonna be like pogged up. I'm gonna be pogged out of my gourd. If all of a sudden this scientific consensus goes to like, you know, hey, we were wrong. Actually, like the sun just got slightly closer, but it's getting back to a normal position. I'd be like, yo, sick, dude. Time to go buy some gas. Tear down all these. Yeah, the icebergs are coming back. Exactly. There we go. We went from 1.9 hits required to kill an enemy to 1.2. That's pretty good. Anyway, that's all I got. Didn't I see this passage earlier? It's a hard game. Like, so close. It's like, this is not an easy game. If you're under the impression that this was an easy game, you'd be wrong. Yeah, you probably play strength. Let's do it. Let's start making it a meme that if you use strength, it's resin. Strength build, lol. Hey, how'd you beat this boss? Oh, I picked up a big hammer and hit him 4 times. Oh, you're one of those. Sorry, Chad. He's a strength player. I thought we were supposed to take his opinion seriously. That dog almost killed me. anyway. What was I talking about? I forgot. Says the man using grass. Aw, shit. Frick. It's true. I guess I can't really deny that I am legitimately, like, not wearing any armor. But it feeds into the same thing. And it really does just come down to, like, being bad and dying a lot. But, like, that's 2 hits. That's progress. You know, in order to be able to wear more armor, I have to have a higher equipment load. In order to get a higher equipment load, I gotta level up. In order to level up, I need souls. In order to get souls, I pretty much gotta farm. Dan said this was the easiest Souls game. That's just like, that's more than anything else, that's just kind of like asinine. Because Dan, I watched Dan die to Adjudicator like at least 3 times. That's a good point. We don't need this anymore. And I also, it took him at least 1 full stream to beat the Armored Spider. So if he said that, that's just crazy. But I'm not necessarily confident he said it. Dude, the regen is pretty sick though. Clear stone. Nothing in this game is harder than 4 kings. Oh, you mean the boss that you, No! The boss that you just put on Havels and, sprint that? I lived. I'm making it work, though. Oh. Like, I'm actually kind of having a fun time. Like, it's an adjustment, but I'm having a fun time being very bad at a Souls game again because, like, this is the Dark Souls 1 experience. And, like, a lot of the... He didn't spawn? A lot of the other, like, Souls experience, like, once you beat the first one... Oh, hello. You're, like... You know, you can never recapture that first run of badness ever again. So I think, like, as long as people... I guess the #1 thing is, like, a streamer, right? You're like, as long as people are enjoying the content, then I'm happy to do it. I got kind of, like, an endless appetite for losing in the game. It's if the mood changes and people are like, you know, this is bad or this is boring. Then you're like, maybe it's time for me to switch to something else. You can always just go to chess. So the plan right now is indeed, yes, that we will, like, Cade and I are, I think, going to co-stream the Game Awards. I thought they would be at, like, 8 p.m. I think they're actually, like, they start at, like, 11 or 12:30 Pacific time, which is, like, really early. In a good way. Bro, let me down. Thank you. Yeah, so that you can watch in the EU. Exactly. Is 4 p.m. PT? Really? I thought it was like... Maybe that's right. Alright, well, either way, it's not 8. Unless it's one of those things where it's like, well, the pre-show starts at 8. Best video game box art goes to... My man's got poise. Hey, come here. Mega Man, just like every other year. That's a good joke. That's a good one. Would you consider playing in PogChamps 3? Yes. If I got invited for PogChamps 3, 100%, I would do what I had to do to participate. I should have. Oh, I bet that's a shortcut key. I should have tried harder to participate in PogChamps 2 when it happened. I wasn't invited, but you know, if I had shown any interest in chess, there's a chance that maybe I could have been. In my defense, I did. You know, I had some other stuff going on. You know, like the pregnancy, but oh, go ahead. I definitely, like, we're gonna pivot to like slight inside baseball. You know, you know, people change over time, right? But I was of the opinion, like, I don't want to play chess because I think I'm gonna get backseated. Really, that was like a lack of self-confidence in like my own abilities. Now, like, even when I was doing the lesson with Levy yesterday, I was like chat would say some moves. They'd be like, I don't see why he doesn't do, like, you know, knight to b6. And then I would just like look at it, and I would be like, that's dumb, because they would just like, you know, capture the piece. And then I was like, I'm smart. Like, I had a feeling I was better than, not everybody, because like some of my viewers have sent me requests on chess.com to play games, and their rating is like 1800, 1900. You know, that's very good. That's like intermediate level tournament chess player, like, for years and years. So I always knew that I was probably better than most of chat, but I was like, I'm not sure if that's going to be apparent. And now that I've played a little bit more chess, I'm like, nah, it's apparent. For sure. And now I'm just kind of like, I mean, there's a couple of things. One is, I don't really care. That's true, I am also a parent. One of the things is that I don't really care, like, that was a complete accident. I accept the backseating, and I don't really care about it that much anymore. I guess we're just gonna have to kill ourselves, huh? That's a funny way to go. Secondarily, see, no sailing. Secondarily, I think that it would be fun to be a part of. And I think that it could also be like a big opportunity. And if you've noticed the theme, you know, post-baby so far, I think the theme is that, you know, I'm not self-limiting as much anymore. The key, thank you, the key. So instead of being like, you know, it appears to be locked. Instead of being like, oh, I'm not gonna... Oh, yeah, I'd like to do collaborations with this person, but I'm, like, so busy. Like, I can't be possibly... Now I'm like, no, let's do it. And, you know, honestly, that's part of the reason, like, Slashers Keep got axed really quickly, is because of the fact that, like... I mean, it's a couple of different things. And, you know, I've talked about it pretty openly. One of the things is, and we talked about it at the end of last Sunday's stream, but, like, you know, when people are rude in the comments before... There's kind of a level of like, you know, this is my job, so you kind of just have this idea that you got to eat it. And the B thing is like, and that's BS to begin with, because it's not my job to play Slashers Keep. You know, it's my job to make content, and if I can use that time elsewhere to make better content, then that would be better for everybody involved. But then the other element was like, and I'm going to return to this bit because I like it, but you know, every time, like, I recorded a Slashers Keep episode last week, I was, like, so strapped on time trying to organize, like, you know, extracurricular stuff. We got the baby stuff. I'm doing sponsor streams on top of everything else. And, like, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could really fit in another episode of, you know, a game today. But I'll do it anyway, because I should release an episode every day. And then you post the episode, and the top comment is like, I'm literally dying watching this. I'm like in physical pain right now. Blah, 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 you know, etc. And like, they're jokes, obviously. Like, I do understand that it's, intended to be funny at my expense, but still. But you're like, you know what? Probably, you know, I could spend my time elsewhere. It's not like a punishment, like, oh, I'm gonna end the series because people were being mean. It's much more just like, well, you know, if people are like not enjoying the content, then I'll just spend that time like on, I'll take some me time instead, or like, you know, now I've got that time to organize, like, you know, like the chess lesson we did yesterday, for example, or you know, extra sponsored stuff in the future, and so on and so forth. Okay, hold on. So that's like, it's not salt driven. It's rather like, I don't know, it sounds bad, but people made it like easy to prioritize. If you had the choice to either record like episode 20 of Slasher's Keep, or like where people are going to be, you know, kind of like a-holes in the comments. Not everybody, but like, you know, some people. And it's going to be a drag on your mental state. Or you had the opportunity to spend, you know, half of that time, you know, being a better father and husband. And half of that time making like one-off content or doing like collaborations that they bring value to like you and the person you're collaborating with and are just more fun to begin with. It's kind of like an easy choice. If people were nicer in the comments, man, that would be a tough decision. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to cancel this series. People are really looking forward to it. Hold on. Who designed this, man? Yo, Ross, you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna hit you up for that League game, for one. And then secondarily, I actually have had to exercise some self-control in order to not play League in advance. There's another streamer that people will be familiar with called Sinnoh Beats. I was watching him play some League this weekend, and I was like, you know, I've never played it, but it looks like fun. But I gotta wait until 835,000 subscribers so I can preserve my first game. Don't. Not like this. Thank God, thank God. And then, like, okay, hold on. I had something else to respond to. Oh, someone said what happened to, like, pogs are raining down from the heavens in the comments. It's still there. Like, literally every other series is, like, positive. Even Isaac, which has a reputation for, like, you know, kind of like, you know, pedantry. Maybe it was a healthy way to describe it. Every other series is fine. It was just like, you know, I read the, you know, the TikTok meme? Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Like, that was what it was like when I was reading comments. It was like, yeah, exactly. Isaac comments, let's go. Chess comments, let's go. Spelunky comments, let's go. Slashers Keep comments, huh? There you go. I spoke the meme out completely. Which I know you're not supposed to do. Okay, hold on. We gotta be close to progress. This is where we accidentally vaulted. This is close to where we accidentally vaulted. Nice poise, loser. We got so much grass in our inventory. Or there's so much stuff in our inventory that's not grass, I should say. Need to make some space for grass. Anyway, so like that's where it's at. Like, I hope people don't, like, I think if you take it in bad faith, there's really like, you could definitely make the, like, oh, comment. Sorry, I pressed the B button. I guess I will be dead then. I don't have the cat's ring. So I guess I will go over the edge again. Oh, I did it! I knew it! You're not gonna believe me. As soon as we did that little stutter step on the ledge, I was like, I'm good. Anyway, hold on. Can you just relax for a second? Soul-starved fiends are after me. Anyway, so what I was gonna say about Slasher's Keep is I hope it doesn't. I mean, if you wanna take it from this perspective, I can't stop you. You know, it's your life. But it's like, oh, the mean comments got to the YouTuber, so he punished the audience by canceling the series. It's not really like that. It's much more just like, you know. I mean, you almost look at it like analytically as well, if that makes sense. Like the average like Spelunky 2 episode is like 98 to 99% likes. And the average Slashers, well, the last few Slashers Keep episodes were more in like that like 96 range. So you're like, yeah, it's still like 96% of people like it. That's really good. That's like an A+, right? On the other hand, it's also like twice as disliked proportionally as everything else I do. So, you know, when you start to look for places you can use your time more effectively, that's kind of that's one of the first places you look. No, like analytically from a view standpoint, it was doing great. It's a material loss, for sure, but it's like a really nice like mental health gain. Like the mental health gains are outrageous. I think it's a better game for Twitch for sure. In that, like, if people have something to say, we gotta eat some junk here. It's a better game for Twitch because if people have something to say, you see it immediately. That being said, that's almost like something I would look to as more like in the future. Because I don't know, like maybe I'll play some Slashers Keep on Twitch, but honestly, like the whole experience, it's not the game's fault, but the whole experience has soured me on it a little bit. Like I'm not eager to go back. If I went back like right now and was like, yeah, sure, let's do some Slashers on Twitch, I would be like, you know, I'd be kind of forcing it. My hat is in storage, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be wearing that top hat as we speak. Dude, this area is so huge. This isn't like Undeadburg. This is like Undead Tropolis. Don't rush me. Thank you. Grass. 8 half-moon grasses? That scared the crap out of me. That's incredible. So yeah, I mean, you know, there's genuinely no hard feelings, but I think that explains it. If that makes sense. And it's, I don't know, like it sounds, maybe this sounds more punitive, but there's almost like, you know, it's weird to say, but like now that I have a baby, I have like some more respect for myself, and also like the way at least I try to have more respect for like the way I treat other people. So I think like, you know, like if 2 years ago, if the comments were kind of like that, I would be like, ah, whatever, we'll let it ride for 250 episodes regardless. But instead, let me back up. Okay. Instead, you know, and just getting increasingly more miserable over time. But instead, this time I was like, yeah, I mean, if you're not liking it and you also can't be civil, then, you know, we can both do better things with our times. Especially, like, it was crazy, and it's different people. It's not all the same people. But it is crazy that there are people who are like, I was in physical pain watching this, and I'm like, all right, I'll cancel it then. Because, like, you're in physical pain from watching it, and I'm in psychic pain from reading it, so I'll do us both a favor and, you know, do something else with my time. And then they're like, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I wanted you to just keep playing it, but, like, just do exactly what I said as soon as I said it via the power of time travel. I'm cherry-picking, I'll admit. I'm cherry-picking a little bit for my own argument's sake here, but... Okay, hold on. Hold on. We have not been here yet. That's got to be a boss, because that's straight out of Bloodborne. Go back and open shortcut. Okay. This is legitimate. Where is the shortcut? From where I'm facing. You already got it? I thought there was another, like a little door that we could open. Like we opened the big gate, but I thought there was like a little... There was a small door. You don't have the key for that. Okay, fair enough. You should go back and speak to the NPC who's back there in a nook. Okay, thank you. I can do that. The heck was that? What the... Is a gun? Oh, he's still pogging. Okay. Yeah, I think I can get him there. But yeah, like again, I hope it doesn't seem like, you know, oh, 2 people were mean, I'm gonna cancel the series. It's more like, you know, you can kind of see the analytics too. And moreover, people are like, I'm sorry it was like that, and I'm like, no, it's not really. Like honestly, and it sounds like something you would say if you had lost your mind. But honestly, I'm like, if people were gonna be like a little rude,
you saved my life.
I'd rather they would like,
This is the 3rd time.
the video's so bad, I'm not entertained, so I have to be rude. It sends a good message to me that, like, you know, it's just, there's better places to put the time. Not just like, fine, no videos, but like, you know, I could make different videos, for example. My father the king. Pure clear stone. Noted, I'll do that more often. Wait, hold on. Hold on, that's not what I meant. How are we full already as well? Could it be that that's part of your brand? Well, like I would push back. There have been times like that for sure, but I would push back on it a little bit, just because like literally every other series is really pretty in a good spot right now. It maybe is a combination of my brand plus also Slasher's Keep, which I understand. You know, like you look at the game and you're like, that's Melvin City. So first person roguelite dungeon crawler. Of course it's going to be Dungeon City. Okay, so hold on. We have, I know I keep saying hold on. I apologize for that. But we have ways to get back. It is the Archstone Shard, which takes you back to the Nexus. And then I will probably need you to tell me how to get back to the gate, and then we'll be good. And then we'll be good. Gate is just straight up the stairs. Poggy? I feel like I should get my equipment load higher, but I'm like, it's a Dex run. You gotta go Dex. Send it.
Art thou finished?
I think that's, I mean this sincerely, I think it's a good faith question. I'm going to get some light armor so I can have armor in all spaces, by the way. But someone said, you know, after years of doing this, you know, you and also every other YouTuber on planet Earth, even the ones who pretend that they're not, are still, you know, sometimes in different frequencies taking comments personally. Do you think that is something that the YouTubers can do, or do you think that is something that, like, you know, the audience has a problem with? I have come to the conclusion... And again, I'm speaking like unemotionally right here. Thank you for reminding me about the top hat, by the way. I am now, like previously, I think I would have been like, it's like, you know, just gamers. It's just gamers on the internet that caused this issue. I definitely do not believe that anymore. Can I tell you, I didn't know where my armor was because I didn't have any on. I think everybody on the internet that has to deal with community in any sense has to deal with that, if that makes sense. Even like not just streamers and YouTubers, but like, you know, Facebook content moderators and, you know, Instagram models and community managers for video games, and you know, like it's I think it's really just like it's not a, I mean, it is a problem, but I think it's just like an internet issue, quite frankly. And then you'd think like it's anonymity, but then on Facebook people write like terrible things with their real name attached to it. Probably not as terrible as they would write under, you know, anonymous conditions, but still. Regardless, I think it's more of just like I think it's like a community thing. I think it's just if you have an online community, it's something you kind of have to deal with, unfortunately. But the flip side is, I've been talking about this particularly with Sinvicta and with Justin. I think the era of YouTube creators and Twitch streamers trying to like rise above comments by not responding to them. That was a great attack. Or by, you know, just being like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, but let's move along, and so on and so forth. I feel like and this is, for everybody that's been like Monka S or Pepe Hands, we're getting back to the Pog and the lulz right here. But this is really what I believe. I actually think that we should definitely, as creators, be way meaner. I think YouTubers and Twitch streamers, largely to their own communities, have been too nice. And I think instead of being like... In some way, I think if you see some, like, unfair, dumb shit, and it kind of riles you up, instead of being like, well, I agree to disagree, but, you know, I'll defend the right to the death for you to say it. I think you should be like, hey, that's like, what you just said is, like, dumb as hell. You just said, like, one of the dumbest things I've read all day. And if you feel bad that I'm calling you dumb, you should feel bad, because that is, like, just idiotic and asinine. I feel like we need... Like, I feel like YouTubers are stereotypically, not always, stereotypically, oh, hello.
My father.
Yeah, you said that. YouTubers and streamers are stereotypically rude to developers and nice to their community. We need to flip that. We need to flip that community. We need to be we need to genuflect to the game developers and I mean, not just the programmers, but the artists and community and PR and QA and so on, because like they're the people that make the products and the art really that allows us to like do what we're doing. And then when people in the community are like, you know, hey, I said some like ignorant shit, but also like I gave you $1 last month, you gotta be like, it's like pretty dumb. You just said something like really rude. So like I'm working on it. But I'm also, like, in my heart of hearts, I'm also a coward. So, it's gonna be a learning experience. But we'll see how it goes. It's a new arc. I'm gonna try to work on it. That's my promise. Those look like they'll explode. Maybe not. Anyway, so that's all I got. That's my inside baseball discussion for today. And it's a good thing. It might seem like I hope it doesn't seem like sad boy hours. People were mean, so I don't want to play Slasher's Keep anymore. It's like, nah, people were not enjoying Slasher's Keep, obviously. I mean, people were enjoying it, but they weren't enjoying it as much as something that they enjoyed more. Otherwise, they wouldn't complain so much. And then, you know, it's not like, oh, well, F you. It's more like, well, let's work together to find something that we both like. Like, obviously, you're here because you like me. So let's work together. Maybe Slasher's Keep's not a great fit, and we can find something else. Like, chess has been amazing. I thought it would suck. Chess has been incredible. Let's work together to find something that's a little bit better of a fit, if that makes sense. Wow, what a narcissist. I gotta be honest, it's some of the dumbest shit I've ever read. I'm sorry, I have to apologize. It didn't feel right coming out of my mouth, but on the other hand, I made a commitment that when I saw things that made me mad, I was gonna call them dumb. I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? Like, I don't take any pleasure in it. Uh-oh. Yo, he's going into the smoker's jail. Yo, thank you for letting me know. Fall Guys, 3 of these guys, huh? Fall Guys Season 3. Coming up this week. Or this month, sorry. Didn't mean to get too hype. I would definitely play some Season 3. I don't know if we would make a YouTube... It's worse than the Slashers Keep comments. I don't know if we would do a YouTube series on it, but we might do a few videos. Fit it into streams maybe a little bit more often. Now you can open the door on the right. And the new season of Rocket League. Poggy. Never mind. Hello. I'm gonna channel Chibli. Cute doggo. No. Was that Chib? I'm sorry. Was that good though? Apollo, no. Anyway, it's. Oh, you're still here, huh? What if you just sprint, dude? I had something to say. It was good. I promise it was not negative. It was good. I forgot what it was, though. Oh, no, it was bad. I'm wrong. Not bad, but, like, true. Which can be bad sometimes. The people are like, well, so what are you, like, what are you going to replace Slashers Keep with? Oh, like, freaking nothing, dude. It's like, I'm so busy right now. I'm so stupid. Like, in a good way, because, like, at least I'm stupid, like, I'm just working too much. I'm not, like, freebasing drugs or whatever. But, like, why? I just had a baby 2 months ago. I mean, we had a baby 2 months ago, but I did most of the work, and especially the hard part. Like, why am I doing 4 videos a day, plus also, like, I want to bring Geo back consistently, but, like, why am I also doing 4 videos a day, plus GeoGuessr, 3 times a week, plus, like, oh, I'd also like to fit one-offs, plus I'd also like to fit sponsor streams, plus I'd also like to fit collaborations, and plus we gotta do, like, all the streams, which, I mean, I shouldn't say gotta, like, it's, not fun, but you know what I mean, right? I'm like, just, that's a series that I probably should have, not even started. Not because the series went badly, but just because, like, time is, time's pretty precious right now. Let me in. That's the cycle. That's the check the wire special. Is I'm gonna take some time off. Stab me right in the brainstem. It's like, I'm gonna take some time off. Oh, one-off video of this cool game. Oh, people really like it. Okay, I'll do a video a day forever. And then when you end it, people are like, what are you gonna replace it with? And I'm like, ah, shit. It's like the number never goes down. When is Isaac getting the guillotine? Don't tempt me, because, like, the game's in a weird spot. Well, the game's the same as it ever was, I guess. But the series is in a weird spot, because I just... Like, when I have, like, good runs, I'm like, this is fun. And then when I have, like, 2 runs in a week that are horrible, I'm like, I should just do a podcast instead. That's what it's all about. And then, like, return when the DLC comes out. Because, like... And the series is good. Like, the metrics on the series are not the best. But it's like, the fact that it's so long running and consistent makes it extremely impressive in and of itself. This is a pretty soul-rich area, huh? No, not again. So, like, it's not getting canceled anytime soon. But then, I am also about one bad episode away from ending it forever. It's safe, but at the same time, if I get like 2 horrible Eden runs in a row, then I'll probably just delete it off my hard drive. Great fight incoming. Let's go. Oh. Oh no. Red tree. Artorias. Fume Knight. I do like a man in uniform. Your name is Dead Ass Penetrator, huh? That's a tough one. That's a tough one to dodge. Problem. Left roll is good there. Okay. Do you bleed? Left roll's not good. Late roll's good. That looked like a 2-piece to me. This dude does look sick. You know what I realized is, like, I'm just like an armor slut. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I apologize for the verbiage, okay? I really do. Like, when I see, like, a cool tentacle boss, I'm like, ew. The same dude in the same suit of armor over and over. I'm like, so true. Go ahead. This guy seems very beatable. Maybe not first try, but in general. That's true. I am ignoring the fact that he has a large sword, which is a big part of the appeal. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was glancing. One day. Oh, I thought he was gonna get me for once. That's fine, I lived. We in there. I mean, we out here? It's my kind of boss, baby. It's my kind of boss. No greed. No greed. Just grass. No greed. One of these days. One of these days. We grass. The only way I die is if he does that attack 3 times in a row. What did I tell you? Dude, no problem. It is inverted souls, man. Is inverted souls. The bosses are easy. What is Springfield? Springfield. It's a heck of a town. I forget the something's up and the shopping mall's down. That's Demon Souls. Demon Souls, Demon Souls. It's a hell of a game. The areas are pog, but the bosses are lame. Not really, but they just have kind of like an easy move set, I guess. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, like Fool's Idol. Exactly. Dude, this is so many souls.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from
She's still talking, huh?
Let strength be granted so the world
You're still talking.
finished.
Art thou finished?
May they strengthen.
You have the audacity to art thou finish me when you're going off, you're reading the entire Encyclopedia Britannica? Art thou finished? Are you done? Hold on, I need to speak to Patches. Also known as Bald Grassman.
Well, we've long been acquainted.
Give me some grass.